Do you hear that?
Hear what? Hi guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel Zero One Developer. So basically, we started into our game. Like it will be a 2D space shooter game, like your usual space shooter games. So basically, we started with creating object. We made a cube for both player and enemy, and we made a capsule object for the laser we wanted to shoot at the enemy. Going out to script player. So basically we started with defining a position for the player. It could be, it's a void start transform dot position new vector 3. It will be a normal vector. Then we wanted to put some update. At first we looked out for like we tried to move each side at on, like with D the player will go to the right, with A the player will go to the left, and up and down and so. But after searching for a little bit, we found that if you put input.get access on horizontal and input.get access on vertical, basically the game will auto pick up your movement to the left and right, up and down. We defined a variable vector3 called movement. It will be responsible for moving our player on x and y, and since the game is on 2D, we won't be moving the player on the z. Then transform the translate to move the player multiplied by time with the by speed with the real time. It will be 3.0 f for the movement with the player. Then we assign the get key down. Well, at first we put the get key, so the player, on each time we shoot a laser, the player will shoot 3 lasers. Basically, after searching around for it, we found that there are 3 states for each button you press on the keyboard. So we put the get key down, the key code space, so the player will only shoot after we release our space key. Then we instantiate the laser prefab transform.position, and we added a little bit of, you could say, an offset for the laser, so it does not look it's going from inside the player body. And we learned how to assign a prefab for the starter, and we knew that every time you want to instantiate like an object in the game, it should be like 100% of prefab. So we made the laser prefab. It's a symbol cube. It's a symbol cube in this game, so let me delete it. And for the laser prefab, it was like a symbol on update transform.translate. The laser will go up until it hits like the body or leaves out the screen. And for the enemy script, it's like a small script where we assign a position for it. From my perspective, it will be from here. So basically the player won't see the enemy until like it won't see the enemy respawning. It will come down the screen, and we assigned it with a movement, but for the meantime I put the movement on 0, so we could like make sure that if the laser hits the player, like the laser hits an enemy, the enemy dies. And we put on trigger assigned like a tag. We learned how to assign tags, so I assigned a tag for the player and a tag for the enemy and a tag for the laser. Basically the first time the laser would just walk and move from inside the enemy body, and after searching for like a little bit of time, because we did not know what to search on Unity about this, so we found out that if two objects collide, there must be a rigid body and a collider, and with is trigger assigned for them. So basically we found a little bit of problem finding it, but for the main time it should look like this. 1 second, let's let Unity compile. So basically if we zoom like this and this, sorry, I'm having a little bit of time with the movement. Basically if I do this, it should die, but we found a little bit of problem right now. Like after shooting a little bit, the lasers won't be gone, so we found out that we should destroy it like after leaving the specific area from the screen. And don't forget to unassign the use gravity, because at first it looked like the laser is coming down on us. It looks kind of funny, so I wanna put it in the recording. So basically that's how it looked like. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the first part. We only assigned like enemy laser player. We wanna add some power ups. We wanna add like for the we wanted to make the game on like 9 levels. So basically you play on the solar system, Earth, Mars, and all stuff, Bluetooth, all stuff like that. And we wanted to add like 4 power ups, but for the meantime we just finished the movement of the player. And I could move right now the enemy if I want to make the enemy move down. I could, let's wait a second, let Unity compile. I could move the enemy down, but we wanted to make sure. Well, now we are trying to figure out how to make the enemy like respawn. So basically what we first did is when the player leaves the screen, it will return its position to a random position on the X, but it will be coming down on the Y. But the main problem, we want to add multiple enemies, so we will figure out that later, since we are just like beginner programmers. But for the meantime, as you can see, and the laser is not being destroyed, we can look out for like the bug for this. But basically I will say it again, we finished the movement of the player, movement of the enemy, and assign the trigger. Basically I want to look out for the how to make the laser get destroy the laser after it hits the enemy. And if the player misses the enemy, the laser should be destroyed after leaving the screen. I think we should write that on the laser script. I'm not 100% sure if Unity has like a feature to do that, or I have to do that on my own. And yeah, and for the tag, just like a simple add tag we wanted to, and this was pre-default ready, so I just picked it up on the player. This is our progress for the meantime. It took us a little bit of time because you have to search for everything, like how to move an object, how to destroy an object. Then we enter to rigid body and box colliders, what to do with the box collider and what not to do. And this is pretty much it for the first video. Thank you for watching. I would like you if you could support us by hitting the like button and subscribing. We would like you to walk with us on our journey. It will be a long journey, but for sure we will make some pretty awesome games. We have a lot of awesome ideas in our mind, but for the meantime we will just stick to the basics until we learn like some optimization. And I heard there is a garbage collection and object pooling, I think it was. And thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for the next one.